The In My House Techno Music Show, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Coming to you straight out of Detroit, the birthplace of techno music. Coming to you each and every week online via our website as well as our podcast. Follow us on social media and keep up with us with the music alerts. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. In my house, Granny T. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. I am super excited. I am catching up with an old mate who I met when I was in Cologne quite a few years ago. I got a chance to go to Cologne in 2015. And I met some really cool producers and DJs, and Pawas was one that I met then. And I could not wait to reconnect with you. So glad to see you again. How are you? How are you? How are you?
Thank you so much for reconnecting. I was very surprised when you said that, hey, you would like to do the interview and catch up and reconnect, and I was very pleasantly surprised to hear that. I'm doing good. I've been busy traveling a bit, making music, and the usual stuff.
The usual stuff. You know,
The usual stuff.
when we met, that was during
Yeah.
your celebration album.
No, it was a little bit later because that album, Starvation to Salvation, came out in 2012, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you gave it to me though. You gave me the album.
Oh, did I? Oh, oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I don't remember that.
It was a red
Nice,
vinyl
nice.
record. I remember it.
Yeah, yeah. It was a three vinyl album, triple LP,
Yep.
and I was giving out people single vinyl as a souvenir because I could not give the whole three LP set. So
Yep.
you got the red one. I don't even have the whole set for myself, you know.
Well, that's because you gave it freely. So
That's
let's
okay.
talk about music. So what have you been up to? I know you travel. We haven't talked in so long. What's going on with you? How have you been? We survived COVID, thank God.
We
Um,
did that, yes.
a lot
Yeah.
has happened since we met. So what's been happening with you? Catch us up.
Well, I moved to Berlin in 2015. Yes, 2015, I moved to Berlin from Cologne. And I was making music as usual. Then I started working for a radio station, and I did that for about 7.5 years,
Hmm.
curating the online presence channels and hosting a show every weekend on the terrestrial radio, and also making music and doing gigs, starting new projects. So I have now about, hang on, one, two, three, four different projects under four different names
Okay.
and just trying to be more versatile with music, try to experiment with different sounds, different genres, trying to be a bit more like pushing my limits, see how far I can go.
Okay. So let's talk about your musical journey. At what point did you decide, I want to make music? I really like this stuff. When did you feel like you could really do this thing?
Oh, wow. Okay, when I was like 18 years old, when
Okay.
I was DJing, I started DJing in my hometown Pune in 1997, and I was 17 years old. Now everyone knows my age. Um, And then it kind of grew onto that. Like I really wanted to have my own records. And when you were like in the late 90s, there was a time when Daft Punk was coming in and this kind of tribal house was getting kind of big and progressive house was already very, very present. Hard house was really like in the scene back then. So I was very inspired by those records and I was trying to play those tunes, trying to find a space for them in the music I was playing in these clubs in Pune back in the days. And I used to watch its videos of the white parties and like with Paul Van Dyke playing and Tiesto like playing on three decks and showing off their records in their hands. I was like, I want my own record. Like I need to press my own vinyl.
Right, right.
And that kind of inspired me, pushed me to be where I am right now.
Wow. So when you
Yeah.
were coming up, when did you discover Detroit? When did you discover
Oh, well,
music, Detroit music? When did you find a passion for that?
very late to be honest. It just came to me. I didn't really discover that. Like, I didn't know much about. I knew of Detroit music. I was more so in India when you're growing up as a DJ in the late 90s, you have limited access to limited music. Luckily, we got Napster back in the
Right, right,
days.
right, right. Oh Lord. Yeah, I love that.
Well, actually, shout out to Napster. Because of that, we people in India got to know the music of the world.
Mm,
I got to know DJ Rolando. I had no idea. That's the Jaguar, what it was. And then I was like, okay. And that was when I heard first time a track from Detroit. Like, wow, this is something amazing. But I still had no clue what is that, what's the whole scene until I moved to Germany.
wow.
And then people were showing me records of UR and Jeff Mills and Paperclip people, and like it just went on and on from that.
Wow.
So I did not really know about Detroit music for a long time, and I did not really, to be very honest, did not understand much of it because you come from a very limited knowledge background. It was Goa trance for me, strictly Goa trance or hard house or tribal house.
Okay.
Or occasionally I had to play Bollywood music to make some extra cash.
Okay.
There was so you come from this scene to this super underground world of Germany where you're like people talking about we play music the way we want to play music and not for people. I'm like, what? Okay, like I didn't know all this. I'm like, well, what is this attitude? And then I got to know records and I met some DJ friend who showed me some music and then I discovered some things which kind of appealed to me and I found it interesting. And then I just started making music. And 2007, I had my first release on this label called Fear of Flying from UK. It is right now non-existent.
Okay.
And I didn't know I was making Detroit inspired music. I had no clue.
Right.
I was just making music.
Just making music.
Just making
Wow.
music.
Wow. Wow.
But it was somehow very deep within me, absorbing all this knowledge that it came out like that, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. Most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with owners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Already in a payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
And remember, stay safe, save time, make your appointments and payments online.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected. www.inmyhouse65.com.
Music brings people together and they don't even know it. It's just all in the passion for it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So what are some of what is something that you want people to know about you as an artist and in your craft? What is just some of the things that what is something that you really want people to understand about who you are?
Interesting question. Well, as a music producer, I would just like people to understand what I do, like if they can resonate with what I make, how I think, why am I producing this kind of music, what is my vision? I mean, what is my vision is even I don't know, but at least they can resonate to what I do. That is what I would like people to know about me. And the music I'm making is I don't know. There is dance music, then there is serious dance music, then there is music for adults.
Okay. Okay. So explain those three. You said there's music, there's okay. Walk us through what's that logic?
So my friend put this in perspective for me. I didn't invent that music for adults. He's a very good friend of mine, a French producer, and he said that when I played my recent record to him, it's like, this is music for adults. I'm like, I'm really glad you said that, because he gets it. People
Okay.
get it. This is what I want people to understand, that there is music where you can dance to, you can have fun, you don't have to think too much about it. Then there's dance music where you're like, okay, this is functional tracks where DJs can play and it's gonna work. And it's kind of underground. And then there's music for adults, which is kind of a little bit more intellectual.
Okay.
Which goes a little beyond even anybody's kind of like, okay, the artist's mind is coming in coming in the game and you're trying to make music. What I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm just going through a process and putting it out there. But then if somebody else gets it and understands the whole journey behind it, that brings it to the whole thing to the next level, for me at least. And that's the music for adults. That's when that's when you grow up.
That's when you grow up. Okay. All right, I like that. Music for adults. I like that. I like that. That's good.
You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Fellas, I'm new in town, and I've been here a couple times. I absolutely love your place, man. But I've got to ask you, if you can, I've heard that you're going to be shutting this place down.
I'm not proud of it, brother, but we're behind our property taxes, and the county is all over us, man. I'm even afraid to even give them a call.
Well, we can't let it go, brother. I mean, we can't give up. There's got to be a GoFundMe campaign that we can run, even past the plate. Is there a forgiveness program or something that's out there?
Well, unfortunately, that's only for the big guys. No, actually, Wayne County has payment plans for everyone.
Are you for real?
Yes, it's a well-designed program. We want to help you save your business.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. If you have delinquent taxes on your home or business, contact our office, 313-224-5990, or visit our website, treasurer.waynecounty.com. We're here to help.
Got it.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
So I always ask producers to give some advice to upcoming producers or people who are in their rooms thinking they could do this. What advice would you give to someone who's just contemplating, like even some of the people back home from India where you were born? What would you say to someone who just kind of think they can, not sure? What advice would you give to that person?
You mean like about making music or
About
pursuing their
making
careers?
music. About making music.
Well, it's a tough advice. It's the only advice is never to give up and be consistent. And you don't lose faith. And the moment you lose faith and then that is all becomes very shaky. You have to be at it no matter you're in the pits, you're down in the pits, you have no money, but you still keep on at it, you keep making music. And you never know when something clicks and something happens. And it's not about making a hit. It's not about making a hit or record or having a million, 2 million, 3 million streams. It's not about that. It's about how content you feel about making a track, and then that's it. And once you have that contentment, then things will move forward automatically, I think.
Awesome. So how can people reach you? Where can they find you? Where can they hear your music? Give them all your locations. What's the best way to get in touch with what you do?
Well, I'm trying to be a bit more like modern with the whole social media.
Okay.
I'm learning to play the game with the Gen Z, but I'm mostly everywhere. All the music I've released is on all the possible digital streaming platforms.
Awesome.
Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube. We can buy music on Beatport if anyone's buying music still. I don't know. It'll make me happy when I see my statement from the label. Oh, someone bought a track, really.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm everywhere. You can find me. Just put my name. I'm there.
There you are. Well, you know what? It's really good to see you again. It has been a long time since I've seen you. And I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And actually, you're right, because I don't, for a while, I saw you on Facebook, and then I didn't see you at all. And then recently I saw you again. I'm like, okay, I'm going to reach out to him while I see him. You made one post, and I'm like,
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because Facebook is for people like us, and I've moved to Instagram. I'm grabbing away. I'm grabbing away.
Got to get them young people.
I keep ranting on Facebook. Facebook is my personal therapy. So I don't like to share my stuff on Facebook and what I'm feeling, and I'm very happy that people engage on these discussions. So
yeah, me too. It's fun. You use it for what it's worth, and use it for whatever you need to use it for, right? All right, Mr. Pawas, thank you so much. You continue to make
Tina, thank you
music.
so much for having me.
Yes.
And
any final words? Any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to say before we go? Final words.
Oh my God. Oh, too much pressure. That's the final word.
Too much pressure. All right. You heard
Too
it.
much pressure. Final word.
Too much pressure. I'll take it. All right, Pawas, you take care, and thank you so very much. Thank you. And keep in touch,
for having
okay?
me.
For sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
are In My House, hosted by T. Carlito, where the true stories are told and great music is played.